I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What you mean? Why would I want? I don't want to do that.
You just gave me reasons. Listen.
But listen, you gotta think about it. We had history, right? And if I block him, he's gonna be like upset. He's gonna be worried and wonder where I've been at, what I've been doing.
Why? Oh my gosh! Why the fuck are you worried about what he's gonna be worried about?
What you mean? That's my ex.
So what?
If it's my ex, why wouldn't I be worried? Of course, I still care. Like, I mean, I don't care about him, but like, you get what I'm saying?
Are you okay?
Babe.
Listen, if you're not gonna block him, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with you. Cause why would you even responding to a message that? First of all,
babe, I just don't feel like I should. We're grown enough to not like. We don't have to block each other's exes. Like that's corny to me.
Listen. I never said that from the jump. You gave me a reason to make him want to get blocked.
Okay, I'm not going to block him though, even if you say it.
So you're texting him though.
I don't care. I'm not blocking him. I'm sorry, because I don't want him to be worried. Trying to figure out where I've been at, what I've been at. Like, I still want him to see. As a matter of fact, it's not even like that. I want him to see us. I want him to see how
now you want
I got
to
me
see
a
us.
good nigga. I got me a, like,
you about to lose a good nigga. That's what you about to do.
I'm not losing no nigga first off. I'm not losing no nigga, so don't say that. Don't even wish that. I'm
gonna tell you this right now. If you can't block him right now, I'm gonna have to go drop you off home.
I'm not blocking him. I'm not blocking him.
All right, cool.
I don't care. So I don't know what you about to do because I'm not blocking him. I don't care. I love you, and I don't love him anymore, and I'm not blocking him. Like, what's the point? What is it gonna do?
What is the point of you keeping him?
That doesn't mean he's not gonna still.
You want him to still text you and stuff, and see your stuff for what?
I don't want him to text me, bro. Like, now you're about to get me mad, bro.
I'm getting you mad.
Yes, because I never told you to block your ex. Like,
right, because I'm not texting my fucking ex.
It don't matter.
I'm not responding to her messages or
story
swipe up.
I'm not blocking.
I don't care if you just said thank you.
I don't care. He needs to still see what the fuck I got going on. He needs to see how he lost all.
Already, Shalom, Israel. Let's start by giving all glory and the praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH, and the brother Morph Dan to be Florida from the Kim from Babylon. Come with the quick here to the spirit power by MILLSTONE. Lord wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Devil Honor said I was an apostle, good millstone, teach you well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who pushing this work in true sincerity. To this guy, the broad. All right, now I just came across this post, this video. All right, I was scrolling down my threads, and I seen that this was something that was, pretty much surfacing the internet, and I just clicked on it and I was watching it, man, and this reminded me of the scriptures. All right, when going into these women, man, okay, because these women, you if you ain't watching these women, man, and you ain't paying close attention to these things, these women would take full advantage of the opportunity and liberty that they have, man, on this side, especially without taking any consequences to these things and actions that they have been, causing, man. All right, because right now, America, even though it's still standing to a certain degree, these women are still able to go out and sleep with multiple men, okay, sleep with their exes, go out there and breed, and be who they want to be, okay, for lack of better words. All right, and America promotes this. You got options. She got all kinds of liberty and got all type of different men for the week. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the whole thing. She got a man for everything. And this video reminded me, all right, of these woman that's in the same like of this spirit, okay, wanting to still talk to their ex, all right, when they're already dealing with the man, okay, or a man that's dealing with her, really, okay, she still finds a way to want to talk to the next guy or the next guy or the next guy, which this is why these women, in this generation, is completely through, man, okay. And a lot of them got to be put down, okay? Now, grabbing some scriptures going into it, it says thoughts. It says, he told his girlfriend to block her ex, and she said this. And, just listening to it just shows you that this woman has no respect, okay? These women don't have no respect for a man that is allowing this to happen. If it gotten this far, then ultimately, it's because what needed to be established in the beginning didn't happen, man. All right, you got a lot of these simp guys who be simping for these, baby face looking girls. Okay, these women. All right, whatever you want to call them. Okay, because really you got demons on them. All right, especially Eve. but they be simping for these women, and they will go for the good looks and the body types or whatever, and end up finding themselves with a dragon. Okay, which I'm gonna grab this in the scriptures right quick. All right, Proverbs, not Proverbs, but Sirach, Sirach, known as Ecclesiastes, is 25. I'm getting straight to the point because I ain't gonna make this too long. All right, straight to the point, Lord, when it's edifying, where it says, let me see, and this is all good, Let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. Here it is. It says, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. And I even start off with verse 15. It says, there is no head above the head of the serpent. It says, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Right. Okay. You'd rather, be in a house with a vicious beast, or than rather be in a house with a wicked woman. All right. Because look at these women, how they are today, man, especially, compared to back then, compared to now. All right. These women have gotten so bad that it's beyond the today's view of women. Okay, because when you look at a woman, you see you got good perks. You look at the things, and you would envision yourself as she could be a wife unto you. But these things nowadays, you can't even look at these women and vision of a woman being a wife to you, because they got their body showing all kinds of exposure, okay, to things that they're supposed to be covered. All right, their mouth is all out of hand, okay, and there's nasty attitudes on them, okay. These women nowadays, you can't even look at them like a piece of jewel, or a pillar of rest. You see, because what, they are corrupted by social media. All right, corrupted by things that have been pushed here, all the feminism stuff, man. Everything here has caused these women to, gad abroad. Okay, so you would be rather dwelling with a lion and a dragon than to deal with a wicked woman. And this is a prime example, as you see in this video. Okay, because she acting like she can't block her ex, or even do what's right in the sight of who she's supposed to call her man. All right, she can't get in order. These women nowadays in this generation have forgotten the order of things. You see, starting with the men. All right, and that's because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has he has manipulated the so-called black woman today. All right, she has been in cahoots with this devil, and they have continued to tear up households, man, that men are supposed to be running. And you get these little degenerate Eves walking around, like Sexy Red or Sukihana. You see, this is what we are seeing, the product of today's woman that Babylon, okay, or America has pushed out. Okay, it says, jumping down to verse 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And you see, and this is why, because these women have far succeeded the potentials of doing something wicked, man. Okay, they go far and beyond. They go way beyond these things, and seeing the potential of these women today of wickedness that they can reach. This is why you gonna the scripture says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay, these women not gonna get in line, man. Something dramatically has to happen here for them to have that reality check. And once again, like I said in my last previous video, Jacob's trouble is gonna get you woman to get you woman to act right. All right, it's gonna humble you. It says, verse 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty. Jumping down to verse 21. Yeah. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for desire her not for pleasure. All right, because why? These women, they'll be having, all kinds of things going on, man. Okay, and if you ain't careful or you ain't approaching the situation right, or even establishing things right, it could go left. You see, and sometimes these women are just jacked up, period, man. Okay, they know how to put on an act for months, maybe years, but then eventually they start to show their true intentions. All right, that way of that Babylon juice that they have been soaking up for so long, still it tends to, spew out, man. All right, they tend to just start to vomit it all out. You see, and that's what you would notice from just off the back with these women today. You see, they'll try to put on this good girl, beauty look and all this, but eventually they start just showing you that they for everybody. As they got that saying, she's for the streets. These women are for whatever man they can get with. All right, and the scriptures speak about that. I'll come back down to that one. It says, Ecclesiastes, known as chapter 26, getting the point. It says, let me see, verse 12. It says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. It says, when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her, by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Right now, let's get that in the, let's see, the G&T. Let's see. I had it pulled up here on here. All right. Now this is in the G&T, okay, and it reads, verse 12. It says, she'll spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, and that's exactly how these women are. Okay, these women, they'll spread their legs as soon as they figure out that they want to give themselves to this man or many men. They'll do it without any hesitation, especially in this day age of this generation of women. Okay, they would just throw themselves at any man. All right, when you see certain celebrities, okay, whether rappers or actors that has some status here, these women, they like to these women, they're like magnets. Okay, they're like a walking magnet. They just draw to them, and that's what they will do anything and everything to seek their attention or seek their time or whatever they can get out of them. Okay, and that's including men that they used to sleep with, or that's including new men that they want to have interest in. Okay, it doesn't take much for a woman to find interest in a guy that she wants whatever she wants from him, because she knows what she has is something that he wants. Okay, this is why this place has to be utterly destroyed, because these women have so much liberty here. They they have caused things to get worse. All right, you got all these goddamn flamboyants walking around. You got Eve doing talking out the mouth. You even got other nations going in and falling after stink ass Eve and doing the same thing, man. Some of these women have it together. All right, these other nations in these other different countries, okay, that's actually got some type of sense. They got their they know how to operate. They don't have the same westernized Babylon juice. These other women know the traditional ways of being and getting in order. But these women here are completely off. Okay? It says she'll spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. Okay? So she thirsty. You had that saying, somebody come off real desperate. All right, these women will come off real desperate if they want you. Okay, she gonna be she gonna be coming off real thirsty to you. All right. It says, I had it pulled up here. Okay, this is a book of Proverbs. Let's get it right here. Proverbs 30 and 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. And that's how these women are. Okay, when you watch this video, you could tell that, she acting like she ain't doing nothing wrong. She acting like what she's doing is not a problem. She ain't never mentioned to the guy about, something that she was doing herself, like if it wasn't a problem. She's like, I never said this, and you, what are you tripping for if I never did this? Clearly, okay, because there is a way how you do things, okay, and these women don't want to follow along those lines. That's why when he said, if you ain't gonna do this, all right, if you ain't gonna block them, then you want to go. You gonna have to leave. All right. Now, seeing these signs early, all right, it should have been what you had, a Beyonce. What you say, to the left, to the left. It should have been an easy sign to the left, all right, because these women they don't give a damn, man. Okay, scriptures say that they're careless women. You say, oh, careless woman. They don't care. They'll do this and they'll continue to do it and continue to do it and continue to do it. Because what in their minds, who's going to stop them? Who's going to correct them? Guess what? YAHAWASHI is going to correct you, wicked ass woman. Even you wicked ass niggas, man, who think it's okay to continue to commit those adulteries. All right? Or commit the adultery, man. Because you got some wicked ass niggas out here. Or if they ain't sipping, they out here committing adultery, sleeping with another man's wife. Okay, and the Lord gonna, take care of you niggas too, man. All right, at least you repent. Okay, and seek the Lord in truth and sincerity. But these type of individuals are still out there living their best life, like this nigga Duval said, and living my best life. Okay, these niggas are out here living their best life until all hell breaks loose. All right. Let me see. I'll grab this too. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. A lot of these women are dead, man. Okay, a walking corpse, waiting for a nuke to hit them, man. Okay, ready for a nuke to hit them, and she acting out and acting out, talking crazy, like nothing ain't wrong. All right, keep on. Let me see. Verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord YAHAWASHI, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And that's just very important to have these things, man, because starting with the men, if you have that structure about yourself, and you lay the structures, instructions properly from the beginning, these women gonna get in line. All right, they're gonna get in line. But if you don't do these things, and you just be a thirsty, or ready to get in the sheets. All right, as dude, you're gonna find yourself, uh, uh, um, dealing with a goddamn Keisha, a Shaquita, you know, smacking at the mouth, talking crazy, and got 7 brothers who just got out the joint ready to pounce on you. All right, that's the type of woman that will turn out. All right, without thoroughly checking and setting those instructions down, man. All right, because when you do that, you'll be able to identify if if a woman will be right for you or not. Okay, but to have a silent and loving woman is a gift from YAHAWASHI on the side. It says, and there is nothing much worth as a mind well instructed. Now let's grab a few more, and then we'll close it out. Lord, when this lesson is edified. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. It says, verse 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord YAHAWASHI. Right. Okay. And that's the way you have it, man. You'll see these women act a fool, okay, going crazy, if they ain't been like the scripture said, well instructed, they're gonna find themselves doing things without fear, okay, without making sure that they won't, do those things to cross you. All right. They're not gonna think about those things. They're gonna continue to, you know, they're going to continue to do what is displeasing to you if they're not a woman that respects you. Okay. But those that do have that is well instructed, all right, from their men, those women are not going to be that wicked Keisha or Shanae that's that lives up the street, got a nice ass or whatever, and know how to talk her shit. You don't have to worry about that. You see, but if that be something that you ain't set the instructions right with, guess what? It's a wrap. That's what you're going to have to deal with. Let me see. We'll close it out with this. It's verse 25, Ecclesiastes chapter 25. It says, give the water no passions, neither a wicked woman liberty got a bride. Because if you give a woman liberty got a bride, she gonna take advantage. She gonna keep going on and on, and to the point where if you let this woman walk right over you, it'll be a wrap. There's a possibility she could try to not even try. She could destroy you if you import your whole heart out to her, man. These women will take full advantage, especially here in the Babylon. Okay, watch out for these women. All right, so with that, I'm gonna close it out. Lord, when this lesson is edifying to you, walking, seeking the Lord in truth and sincerity. Until next time, I say, Shalom.